Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Hulkbuster. I just ranked him up to rank 5. He's level 52. He has PI 11,840, health 33,000 and attack rating at over 2,500. Critical rated 14.6%, critical damage rating 154, armor rating 30%, which is pretty good, and block proficiency. And again, he's a defensive tank. Hero hashtag metal extra large Avengers, and he has that Alliance War regenerator. Again, synergy with these champions. Yellow Jacket launching a special attack converts one armor up buff into a fury buff lasting 10 seconds and granting 30% attack. With Hulk Ragnarok or Hulk up to 1,000 armor rating based on how low Hulkbuster's current health is, so which is pretty good. Hulk Ragnarok gets a pretty good boost as well there. And then with Mr. Fantastic, each shock debuff reduces the opponent's offensive ability accuracy during special attacks by 15%. He has a ton of synergies with these cosmic champions and skill champions, mystic champions. He also has 6% health to the team with Iron Man. So this is pretty cool stuff. Now, if and when, because of his sick abilities brought below 15% health, he has a 100% chance to activate self-repair buff for 12 seconds, recovering almost 10,000 health, which is just over 9,000 health. And again, this is based on SIG levels. Then he has Giant Buster. That is, if you're the attacker, you get extra self-repair attack while you're in self-repair. And then he has Iron Wall. He gets 2 extra armor ups on that. Well, what else is very good with this guy? Okay, gain an indefinite armor buff. He also, again, below 15% health, he gets indefinite armor up again. And then again, non-cosmic champions, he has a lot of energy resistance, critical resistance, incoming bleed and poison debuffs suffer minus 25% potency. Enemy attacks suffer minus 20% offensive ability accuracy, and energy attacks suffer minus 137 critical rating damage. When struck by critical attacks, he has a 60% chance to consume an armor buff and inflict shock, a debuff on the opponent. Heavy attacks, 100% chance to inflict shock. This is one of the attacks you're going to love with this guy. And special attacks, 100% chance to inflict armor break. Debuff, removing 1 armor up buff and reducing armor rating by 3,000 for 20 seconds. And it's 100% chance to be unblockable, which is pretty cool. That's all the special attacks. Special attack 2, 100% chance to power lock, severing the target's flow of power for 3 seconds. And that is, of course, if the opponent's block is broken by this attack. All beams attacks have 100% chance to inflict power burn, draining 1 bar of power per hit. SP3, again, this attack drains 50% of the opponent's current power, so it's a great at power draining. Inflicts 3 shock debuffs and unblockable buffs triggered during the attack, gain 4.5 seconds duration. So SP1 is pretty cool. It does that damage. SP2 drains that power if you hit into the block. So you want to wait for them to block, then you fire off the SPs. It's more devastating, and that's a tip, and I think a lot of people miss when playing Hulkbuster. Anyway, let's take a look at the Winter Soldier matchup here. Again, just to remember, he's defensive tank, hero, metal Avenger, damage over time. He has armor break, stun, and power burn, and also power lock on that SP2. So let's take him in and test him out. Let's take some hits and let's deliver some serious damage. So As you can see, crits on the first 2 hits there, and that's just light, and the heavy attack did a 6,000 crit damage. But the beauty of this guy is shoulder blocking them into that wall with that SP1. Again, he takes hits, and remember, he's able to take bleed pretty well, minus 40%. But let's fire up that SP3 and see this power drain. Okay, we applied a shock, so that's damage over time. And we're gonna get into the right gameplay, just about 50% down on Winter Soldier, but look at it. We're gonna fire up the SP3. He's at 87%, 86%. Okay, but look at the shock damage. He applied 3 shock damages to him, so he's taking a lot of damage over time with that. Again, we holding that block, absolutely no damage there. We want to fire up the SP2. There you go, power locked. And now that was the SP2, remember, with him not holding block. As you can see, there was no power drain, and so you do not get the full effects of the SP2 if they're not holding block. Here we go. We're gonna just chain these hits here. SP1 is unblockable and stuns, so you could just really do some damage over time here. Okay, missed that heavy again. I was getting too greedy. Anyway, here we go. All right, he's at 32%. Let's see if we could get into this block now. Let's wait for him to hold block. I'm waiting for him to hold block to fire this SP2 here. This guy won't block for anything. Let's see. Okay, we had the SP3. He's blocking. We're gonna fire it off. So you really want the opponents blocking when you fire up these specials, man, to get the full effect of it. Okay. The SP2 especially. So here we go. And by the way, if he's blocking and you fire up the SP1, you break the block, he gets an extra % of stun, using up some armor. Okay, so we got him under 10%. We had 71% here. Let's see if we could push him to some bars of power and SP to him. He's blocking, and then we drained the power and we power locked him. So there you go. Once he was holding block, we fired up the SP2. Now we're just gonna stand here and take some hits. I want to see what that regeneration is. Make sure it kicks in at 15% or below. So we're just gonna take the hits. And don't worry, we have some extra bonus gameplay for you going into the second fight against Captain Marvel. We're gonna take him down to 15%. There you go, 14%. We're just gonna hold that block. He's in self-repair mode. And we're just going to finish off Winter Soldier. So the regeneration definitely kicks in, and we're going to now demonstrate his real gameplay potential against the next fight, which is Captain Marvel. But if you haven't already done so, guys, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get notified when we put out new content on the channel via text or email. And don't forget to work less, play more, enjoy life. Now, here we go. Second fight coming up. Captain Marvel bonus play. This guy is below 30% right now. We're gonna bring him in to show the destruction that he does. Fun gameplay. He's at 27%. So he should regen again once he's below 15% on this fight. And we're gonna look at the full potential of that regeneration. We're gonna fire off that heavy to shock. We're gonna push him to SP2 and wait for the whole block. Fire off the SP. Look at that power drain. 3 bars of power gone, and you can do it over and over again. This guy is amazing when you hit into the block or fire off the SP on the block. Now remember, SP1 is unblockable, so you could fire that off at any time you feel. There you go. It stuns, and we could fire it off again. Stuns. We could build. We could apply that shock. And we could fire it off again and chain it if you want. Or you could push yourself to SP2. Where the real damage is and that power drain is, it all depends on who you're fighting against. If you need to power drain opponents, you want to definitely take him up to SP2 or SP3. Here you go, it's just beautiful. And again, SP1, if it's a shorter fight, you don't have to worry about them power gaining and all that stuff. They fire off on SP, you just want to do damage. Why not just spam that SP1 and over again? Spam and use that heavy to apply damage over time, waiting for it to hold that block. Oh, I'm looking at the regeneration. Sorry, we went under the 15% and it regened back to 33% health. And then again, if you finished off this fight, you have a tank of a champion to continue the next gameplay that regens again under 15%. Take him up to 33% and he is truly an absolute beast. That SP1 feels really good to fire off. The SP2 feels really good. The stun is absolutely really fantastic to lay heavies into her. And his heavies is all about shock damage. So it's pretty cool. We're gonna take him up to SP2. All right, she fired off. We're gonna just shock here. If she didn't fire off the SP, we're gonna power drain her. We pushed us back to SP3, which does 50% power drain as well. But we're just gonna play around. We're not gonna fire it off anymore. He's not gonna regen again on this 15%. We're gonna fire off the SP3. And here you go. And then he's unblockable. Once he fires off that SP3, he has a couple seconds of unblockable. The timer just went off. And again, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. Hit the subscribe button. Again, remember to work less, play more, enjoy life, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Please leave your comments below on how you use Hulkbuster or what we can do to improve the gameplay. Thank you, guys. Have a fantastic day. I'm just going to use Hulk Ragnarok, which has an extra 1,000 armor again because of the Hulkbuster synergy to get these rewards so we don't waste it. And we're just going to collect these rewards, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, guys. Bye. Boom. There you go. All done and dusted. And here are the rewards. Bye, guys.